in a courteous manner. Items listed on the consent portion of the agenda will not be individually discussed and will be considered for approval in accordance with the recommendation in the staff report unless an individual present or a member of the commission requests that the item be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately under the public hearing agenda. And first, could we have a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting? Thank you. All in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you. Motion passes. I will now go through the consent public hearing items. Item number 1 is a request from Lynette Quintanilla for vacation of approximately 2,758 square feet of an east-west alley right-of-way in the vicinity of 232 East 16th Court, which is within the block bounded by East 16th Court to the east and a north-south alleyway between Dean Avenue and East Court Avenue, to allow the vacated area to be assembled and maintained for private use. Would anyone in the audience tonight like this item removed from the consent agenda and moved to the public hearing agenda for discussion? Anyone on the commission? Item number 1 will stay on consent. Item number 2 is a request from Harvest Academy, represented by Tim Kruger, for review and approval of a public hearing site plan, the Harvest Academy Phase 1, for property located in the vicinity of 1803 County Line Road, and for a Type 2 design alternative in accordance with City Code to allow parking within the front portion of the ground story, where permitted only in the basement or in the rear of the ground story per City Code. Would anyone in the audience like this item moved to the public hearing tonight? Anyone on the commission? Item number 2 will stay on consent. Item number 3 is a request from United Properties Invest Company, LLC, represented by Scott McMurray, for review and approval of a preliminary plat, the Creek at Echo Valley Plat 2, on 9.14 acres of property in the vicinity of 8050 Gulf House Drive, to allow the property to be subdivided into 15 buildable lots and 3 outlots. Would anyone in the audience tonight like this item moved to the public hearing agenda and discussed? Anyone on the commission? Okay. Item 3 will also stay on consent. And item number 4 is a request from WDW LLC, represented by Aaron Wetzel, for review and approval of a public hearing site plan, CLE Productions, for properties located in the vicinity of 7421 Register Drive, for the following Type 2 design alternatives. A, allow a primary frontage setback of 68.8 feet where a 15-foot setback is required. B, allow a non-primary frontage setback of 197.9 feet where the required build-to zone is 0 to 15 feet. C, waive some required occupied space where a minimum of 20-foot depth on the ground story along primary frontages shall be office space. And D, allow transparency of 2.3% on the southern street facing facade where 15% is required. Would anyone in the audience tonight like this item removed from the consent agenda and discussed tonight? Anyone on the commission? Okay. Item number 4 will also remain on consent. And then for items number 5 and 6, it's possible to move these items to consent as well. The applicants have agreed to the staff conditions. But let me ask if there's anyone here in the audience tonight to discuss either item number 5 or item number 6.
So that's 2002 Indianola Avenue or 1824 Dean Avenue. Is anybody here for those 2 items in opposition or just have questions?
Okay, then I could entertain a motion to move these items to the consent agenda. Do I need to read for them?
I'll move either way.
Thank you. Let me get them on the record. Okay, item number 5 is a request from Cynthia Ruiz Delgado and Jamie Zadkiel Rubio for the following property at 2002 Indianola Avenue. A, determination as to whether the requested rezoning is in conformance with Plan DSM. B, amend Plan DSM to revise the future land use classification of the property from low-density residential to neighborhood mixed use. And C, rezone the property from N5 Neighborhood District to RX1 Mixed Use District to allow reuse of an existing building for a barber shop. And item number 6 is a request from Jamie Vilfana Navarro for the following regarding property at 1824 Dean Avenue. A, determination as to whether the requested rezoning is in conformance with Plan DSM. B, amend Plan DSM to revise the future land use classification of the property from low-density residential to industrial. And C, rezone the property from N3C Neighborhood District to I1 Industrial District to allow reuse of an existing building as a warehouse space for office and storage of vehicles and materials. So now could we have that motion to move those items to consent?
Yep, I keep my motion.
All in favor of the motion, please raise your right hand. Thank you. Motion passes. And could we have a motion to move the consent agenda, please? Thank you. All in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you. Motion passes. That concludes the meeting, except for director's reports.
I do have one item. Today is Kayla's last day with us. She's decided not to seek reappointment. She was eligible, but just want to thank her for her time. And I do have a letter from the mayor and a certificate for you. Just appreciate you.
Thank you, Kayla, for your service.